No idea if this is working. This is a quick little, well, not quick little, impromptu. Longer than I expected. What's that? Poor connection. Of course, there's a poor connection. Bear with. Bear with. Sorry, just shutting things down on the other side. This might be better. Yeah, that seems to be going better. Much better. Cool. Right. Sewing machine noises, but that's unavoidable right now. It's actually quite warm inside. Bear with. Quite a nice day. I was flicking up saying the quality's going down again. It's going to be all over the place. Very much all over the place. I'm doing this on my tablet. So it's be a good quality stream. It's never going to be. I just felt like doing this because it's going to take me longer than I wanted. And I still wanted to stream today. So, compromise. Stream what I'm doing right now. I've got... I'm on the first half of actually putting everything together. First half. This will take a while. So far, I've only made one mistake. Because I'm semi-cheating and not using pins for the most part, there's only one part I'm using pins for. That's fine, I'm only here to do just for a little bit of fun, just while I'm doing this. There's so many little threads coming up a lot of this material as well. Leftover cosplay material that I've had nothing to do with until now. Combination of designs I've found online. If anyone is interested in that, hop onto my YouTube or my Twitter after the stream, because naturally I put all my streams up on YouTube. Now, I realized early on it's easier. That sounds counterproductive, but that allows me to do one, which so far is working. Yeah. There we go. Fold over a piece of material between two layers. If I don't pin, this for sure will go out of whack. And it's not exactly easy to hide this one if it goes wrong. So I would have liked to have no steps that involve using pins at all, just to completely streamline the whole entire thing. But a piece of wood, that I've had like PDF? No, not PDF, MDF. Piece of MDF, just a thin piece, cut out to the appropriate shape and size, and I use a cutting wheel to get things along so much easier. Naturally, some materials work with a cutting wheel better than others. Surprisingly, the thicker materials are better. The thinner ones seem to bunch up. And then I can bring it over here and actually be properly streaming. Right, 4 steps. Yeah, quality stream would have been good, but I don't. They don't make them that long. I don't want to lug my computer over here. That would be silly. I could try my laptop, but it's not that I got a laptop. Maybe. I'll try it again. I'll try that sometime once I've actually had time to set it up. There's not a whole lot of hard drive space on there. I think it's only like an iPhone. Dude. Some of these materials are a little bit finicky. Which is a little bit of a nuisance when you're doing something like this. I do plan to, this afternoon, get into State of Decay, which is my original Friday plan. But well, I do have tomorrow as well, but not all of tomorrow. There. So the most I can get done today, to get as much done as I can. But I might go for 2, and stop for lunch, and then get into State of Decay. But again, that just depends how. Beep. Pin. There are some noisy crows about. Yeah. Exactly. But I was never expecting it to be awesome. If anyone's out there, just mention on the quality for me. I did have music going, but I was going from a stream. I don't want it to line up. It didn't line up at all. That's better. Load up stream. Give it a good old test. Testy test. Not that I think anyone's hanging around. To get all this stage ready. Because I was trying to do it all in like one step at a time. I've got this part. I haven't even started sewing that part. Yeah, I've got this part, which is with a black band. The other side is a white band. The alternate color components are specifically of which one cell. Let's pop that. So that way I can at least get an idea of what I'm aiming to make. And let's just quickly do this so I can get this out of the way. None of them. None of them. Google surveys. That's right. Get off the network. I don't want to use my network. Stats. Chat. No, I don't want chat. No, this ad supports Twitch, not me. Go figure. Yeah. It's not terrible. Not terrible. Now, is this going to keep buffering? I have no idea. No idea. Let's see how it goes with the sewing. See how loud this is. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. I've had worse. But yeah, no, it's going to keep buffering a lot, I reckon. I don't know. Put down the quality somehow? Yeah, yeah, bugger it. No, that is going to bug me. So I'm sure it's not my phone. Let's see. Settings. Broadcast. Is that going to work? That might work. I did say to drop it, I don't know what's going to. So I don't know if it actually works on the fly. Come on. No, it is dropping. Oh no, it's going back up again. I have no idea if this is working. That's okay. Again, improv stream was never going to be good quality on. That's fine though. I'll just keep going. Get things lined up. But again, I'll be actually back properly later this afternoon. I will set okay. And that'll be on my computer, and that'll be so much better. So much better. But for now, this. That's what you get when you think of food. Pins, please. Alright, so let's not do this upside down this time. That way. And about there. Again, apologies for the quality of the stream. Unfortunately, didn't think that far ahead when I... Assuming it still is. I don't know if those settings are taken hold or not. No, they might not have. So I would have thought that mobile will line up for me. There. That's right, I was going to get pretzel going again. I'll get to that. I don't know how well it's going to come through on stream. So again, I'll check. That's fine. That's fine. Bit of tunes. Better than silence. As much as I do like quiet, there are always points. Right, so the general plan, after I get all this pinning done, got 2 more to do. The threading of the cord will happen last, like very last. Because that, again, will take time, and I've got to bind the ends of the cord. And snippy, there we go. Done. And grab these ones while I'm at it. Oh, the tune's finished. Oh well. All good. I gotta ReRun this again. There. Yeah, I still have no idea if the stream's actually going any good. So that was just chat. Not that I have any chat, but all good. Alright. Alright, next one. Not the correct way for this. They don't flex out of the way. And they tend to hold the shape a little bit better as well. And this pin is bent. And has like no tip. Where'd you come from? I have no idea. Which one was that pin? I mixed them up again. Oh well. Bent pin will just come back again to haunt me, surely. Oops. Here we go, other side. Other side. Am I hearing things? I think it is. Is this like a probably a slight echo for one of the tones? It's going in one ear, but not the other. Right, last one of these. Now, one of the downsides, these are reversal bags, right? One of the downsides with putting my little tag on them is I'm predetermining the inside pretty much. Inside is just sort of, yeah. So I've got a way that they're going to be presented, and that will just have to be it. If people want to reverse them, have the tag on the inside, that's up to them. That's assuming anyone actually even buys any. They might not sell threads, please. Come here. I really should have cut all these threads off, but I couldn't be asked. At all. That's working. Seam, there you are. I might need another coffee soon. This morning. That means I know roughly how long the other half will take tomorrow. Now, how much did I actually get pre-done? No, I did them all. I did them. I do this in the next half hour. And I get most of the rest done. And that'll still give me a good time to stop for lunch. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Now, of course, this being an impromptu stream, all good. But otherwise, I shall make alternate plans for if I have this kind of stream in the future. Which will probably involve the laptop more so than... this one isn't very well lined up. Oh well. That was a fault in the previous step for the band. But yeah, with Cloud Save on OBS, I can get all my current info. I think. But either way, I should be able to do that, and then have it on the laptop. The laptop does have its own camera. I haven't tested the quality of it. like it. It's really nice and sunny, as you can probably tell behind me. It's nice and sunny today, even though we are in another blunt pin. Where did I get these from? But yeah, like, even though we're, like, making our way towards winter, we do get... But still, even in winter, when the sun is out in winter, regardless of how cold it is, it's still a really nice day. But you just got to get that balance of clothing right. Right. Okay, so that step is complete. Now I've got to sew these together. Inside, so they're just going to stay there. And you probably can't even really see those on the... Yeah, you definitely won't be able to see them. That's fine, that's fine. So, my actual plan for the stitching is, because I do have to leave a small gap to flip it back inside out. It's basically just stitching from the gaps about a bit over an inch allowance, which is good. Let's see. And as I go, there we go. And once I've done that and flipped it inside out, I then do another reasonably if I keep it straight. Like I did my first bag. It gets a little bit wonky. It really does. I just have to take it slower for doing. But yeah, and they'll have a cord around the top, so they'll pull up nice and tight. These particular ones, I'm making them as a makeup bag. But the design is actually from a, well, the main design is from a dice bag, because, you know, DMing and all that. Same with makeup. I could put like some interfacing in there to get even stiffer, but I don't really see that necessary unless I'm using 2 layers of a particularly thin material. But anyway, sewing time. Sewing time. Now the good thing is I can leave these... Point, aren't I? Pay a little bit more attention. Well, I was looking for the black line on a dark blue, or actually a royal blue, because that blue that you can sort of just see. Though I must admit I did not do most of that myself. No, I pawned that off to my mother. Dear. She cursed me a little bit because it was a proper suit design as well. But so I'll there. So again, this is all the same step, just lining up the layers, because I've got one unpinned layer, so I just got to watch. Most sewing machines have that little section that comes out from the front. Loop that over, and just pull it semi-taut so it curves around the back and continues through. I'm seeing a little bit of jumpiness myself actually through that, because that's all over the place. If I was able to, sorry, don't mind the hand. Let's see, settings, broadcast, bitrate, bring it down to Again, I don't know if that's going to hot swap. I don't think it's going to. Like, it should. It really should. It keeps going up back to trying to get to 4,000. It's at 3869. Right, keep going. I'll keep going. Just gotta make sure that layer is all lined up. It's starting to peek out, so you've got to watch that. Got to watch that. Go. Got it. Pins. Why did I put that there? I need to put you over here. Got it. Yeah, definitely a bonus to putting pins sideways as opposed to lengthways. Being able to stitch straight over them is so convenient. And you have to get the pins out of the way as you go, but when you can get away with not doing it, always a bonus. Always a bonus. Now this particular one here, what I'm doing now, it's got a yeah, it's got a silver material, which is actually a really I originally had picked up this one because I made for a friend a while ago a plush DVD. So it had like the silver lining. Here we go. I'll flip that around a little bit. So yeah, it's got this nice. It's a nice material. So because this particular one, I've got a gold one as well, which I was planning to sell for a little bit more in comparison to the rest, just because this was supposed to be a nicer material. That one I might actually do less, just because of that grain. That one cheap. I only wanted a little bit of it. I think it was, well, when I say cheap, it was on special. But yeah, I would have to actually look out for a specifically high quality, which would, in its own, stick it out a little bit. Don't stick out, please. Line you back up. Just for that last little. There we go. That's not so bad. Jacket lining. So I guess it's the proper satin. I can't remember. So some are actually lined with the proper satin. Well, with a satin. Which again, I'm contemplated marking up its price, but it's got a standard material on the outside. I've got some here. Do I have a little piece? Do I have a little piece, or is it only the full sheet? That's only the full thing. I'll show you later. That's fine. Yeah, the gold is actually a proper, a nice. It's got actually a floral pattern on it. A gold cord to go with it. It's like white or pearly white with gold through it, which will look quite nice, I reckon. And again, this is just to see how well the different colours will sell. Because I'll have to take note exactly of, because I've got careful. Now, one thing that these pins keep doing is like they've got the round head, this is fine, but I've got a little hole in the sewing plate, which I don't. But yeah, like this is definitely going. Good idea. It's like a solo production line, if you can even do that. That's that's the whole idea of a production line anyway, is to get me, I am the production line, and I just break it down to one stage in the production at a time, which is working well. Ooh. Which is a bit of a nuisance, but it should be fine once I get it into the right way. Right, and this is on thick material as well. You can't really properly judge how material will work until you've sewn with it before. And again, it also depends what material you're sewing it with. There. Like, just because you got a nice thick material to go a nice grippy texture, they're going to be just fine. In theory. Sometimes they'll get out, you have to force them back under. It may throw things out a little bit. Cool, getting there. Ever so slowly, ever so slowly. How am I doing with time? Give or take, to get through 9 bags. I'll say 10 bags to round it off. 2 hours per 10 bags. And that's after everything's cut out. There we go. But yeah, like 2 hours just for making 10 bags. It's not too bad. That's just the sawing, and then there's the cutting out. Or 10 bags a day. I mean, that's not too bad. So in theory, I can do 50 bags a week when I'm skipping the weekend. But I don't want to make that many because I don't know how they're going to sell. But I'll probably want to make other things. Like if these go well, I'll yeah, like you can't just go around making the one thing. Like eventually, they're gonna not sell as much, even if they sell properly to start with. You gotta have I'll get bored of it super quick. Right, pins. I'll cover those up for a moment. I don't want them to go everywhere. Really leave a huge amount of space to do this. Now the ones with the thinner material, I can do that first. Get that through. Then we're going to deal with a thicker one. Because you got to make sure not to stretch anything. You got to get it to go through the hole safely, which isn't always an easy task. Should follow through, just nice and easy. Now, the silver one I've got to be careful of more so because that quality difference, I don't want to pull any extra threads. Quite well. I've got the tag in there. So the last thing I've got to do is get this edge folded over nicely, nice and even, which, again, the satin has stays flush, and I don't let it bunch up. So I've got to actually watch both layers very closely as I'm doing this. Now this is only a very thin, like pretty much right on the edge stitch. Which can be quite tricky. Here. As well, because that's grabbing a little bit. I do not want to ruin these ones. I've got to make sure it folds properly. It stays put. Yeah, because again, because it's bunching and it's a lighter material, it's hard to keep it to cooperate. Right, let's... Once I get this first hole done up... There we go, let's see the other side. They bunch over them, over the curve just because it's a fold of the material. I could iron it, but that would just take too long. And I'm not guaranteed to get it right anyway. One of the little downsides from having to start stitching where I have started, you get a little bit of a bunch, which is a nuisance. But that didn't come out too bad. It's not the straightest thing. I don't have a tiny pair of scissors. I got a good big pair. No, not there. Put them there. I'll put them in the bin afterwards. Yeah, this is the part that's going to take a bit longer. So it's probably going to be like over an hour a bag. Out, or rather the right side in. Do that. So we've got an edge. Feed it through. Be extra careful because you don't want to ruin that hole. If you pull it out of shape, that's just going to make things look bad. And one of the tricks is once you get one side through, you got to fold over the lip of the hole. There we go. That side's there. Other side is following suit. There we go. Right, so in this particular case, it looks quite nice for a bag, but on the inside it's got a nice yellow, and it's going to be the same for the blue one. It's got the same cream on the outside, and it's got a colour on the inside. So once that's over and you're going round, you've got to stop that pucker from happening. So take your time. There we go. I need some more water. Back in a sec. Right, I'm here. So, yeah, I definitely got to. Okay, but given the circumstances, that's just going to have to happen. Really, I could have had a lot more done by now, but I didn't. Sorry, it's all on me. Yeah, that's a real shame. That is a shame. Can't be helped. It's just it was too stretchy material. I'm not gonna blow my nose. Alright, let's keep going. Just gotta power on through these. So in that case, I might end up having to flip that one around the other way, just to hide the fact it's got a little bit of a bunch there. And just have the tag on the outside, that's fine. People might not notice. hopefully. Get through. Pull the channel through. That should bring everything else with it. There it goes. And then the other layer comes through. Oh, a little bit stuck there. There we go, got it. Oh. See, this one might not actually bunch. I think that other one just had a little bit too much material. Four, halfway there. Pull. Where's the hole? There's the hole. Get through. Just get it through. Just persist and get it through. There we go. Very, very just. Gee. I'm gonna spin the nose, hopefully. Right, now, again, sewing. Same thing again. Yeah, here. This is gonna bunch you a little bit. So yeah, obviously what it is one layer is ever so slightly bigger than the other. And that unfortunately cannot be helped when you're cutting things out by hand. So what I want to do is preempt that. Fine, it's better than the other one. Yeah, it's not going to look awesome. little threads of the actual material come out. Trim those carefully. Yeah. Not terrible, but yeah, that's a shame. It really is bringing down the value of my work. I think the counter says 0 at the moment. Yeah. All good. Alright. I don't think I'm going to have a bunch on this one, which is good. Just gotta watch the gather on that satin material. And again, I had a couple of threads come out of this one. Here. It's the actual material threads, so I've got to carefully snip those away. I need to get myself a little fun pair of scissors for thread. There we go, got them. Got them. And then the cotton. Oh, geez, had to carefully, but definitely slice through it all. Doesn't look good, but hopefully no one will notice. It's not actually that stretchy, so it's not too bad. But it might catch. That's the main thing. I don't want it to catch and generally ruin. It's good. Having general true light materials makes turning it inside the correct way pretty easy. Right, how does this look? Yeah, that seam really is. So I won't be marking this one up, unfortunately. Someone might buy it still, but do some more. I eventually gather some more, but I won't know until I do it. See, that's going with the grain though, which I don't believe is going to be. Yeah, it's more like going against the grain because you're pushing it down on the individual strands as you're going through. I don't know how well that one went. Yeah, there's more. Yeah, there's a little bit of bunching at one point in one of the previous stages where it's thrown out the line. Everything in line and guided perfectly, that can ruin so easily. Just a simple little step like that. But yeah, we'll see how we go. What's the time? 12:10. Yeah, I've got 2 bags to go. Being a little bit more difficult to feed through. Yeah, I don't want to go too late because I still want to have the afternoon playing set, okay? So yeah. Sewing steps, you can fly through those. Like, this is the part that actually takes the time. There we go. Come on, I've got to get you to feed through. Here it comes. There we go. Trying to feed through inadvertently. There we go. Yeah, so we've got to hold on to the hole and not the material. It's awkward. There we go. Where did that white come from? I don't know. I have a white material here, don't I? Somewhere. Yeah. The cord I bought, the black cord in particular. Oh, damn it. There's more bunching up on this one. Again, can't be helped, unfortunately. And down to the cutting of the material. But again, being able to cut it perfectly every time when you're doing stuff like this, it's not easy. Next to the where the seam would normally be, there. This isn't going too well. When you start stitching and the thing stops, you can end up with some terrible mistakes, but no, that was fine, that was fine. Made it through okay. Cool. And again, it did seem to stop ever so briefly when I went past. It just sort of keeps trying to put it in the same hole, but can't. Of course, it's not actually moving, it's not pulling the cotton. But if the cotton catches, yeah, not terrible. I didn't do a white and red version, did I? No, I didn't. I thought I was going to do 10. I forgot about this combination. Oh well. I'm done now. Done all my cutting out. Handmade bag like this. 25 for the gold ones, just because they're the nice material. I'm sure they'll sell for the extra 5. Like 18 of these times that by 2 is math. Jeez. Well, for a couple days' work. Now, this again this is from material that I've got left at home. So if they do take off and I'm going to start buying material, still selling at $20 a bag. So that's only 180 for 2 days work, which again is actually pretty good. But again, that's but yeah, like I can't expect them all to sell. Like no way, not for just a single day at the market. I'll just have to see how we go. And again, I'll probably want to find something else to make. Almost overshot. Yeah, it would have ended badly. How'd that go? Yeah. No, I got lucky. Yeah, no, I went too fast. I let that I was inside bunch up too much. Oh well. Mistakes happen. Have to deal with it. Definitely should have taken it slower, but that's my own fault for running out of time like this. Right, so that is the first 9. Which is actually, I've got to swap over to the white cotton because I'm using a cotton that complements the cord, the cord channel. There is going to be that ring of cotton which is visible. Not everyone's going to like that, which is something. But as long as it complements or contrasts, it's not too bad. Now, it is going to be visible onto 2 layers of material, but again, I'm complementing the cord channel. Tricky bit, like sometimes you get it first try, there it goes. Other times you can just be there for ages, slowly snipping off the end, trying to get it to go through. There we go. Gotcha. Right, I need to put this back on because I need some level. I need to duck to the toilet real quick. So I'll be right back. And then I'm going to get as much of this done. How long ahead? 20 past. Yeah, I'll try and get as much done as I can before 1 o'clock. Right, I'm back. Exactly optimal for this room. I need more lip balm. Yeah, so 1 o'clock roughly is where I'm aiming at the moment. Oh, I need to double check the black and the red. Black and side red is on the outside. Do the red first because that's that way. So that's the way I was rolling. this part you do have to turn a corner. So again, so that's just a matter of keeping the needle in, lifting the foot, flipping it around, and this part's just a straight line. And if you forget, if you're stitching over where you've already gone, but if you're not and you forget, you might end up with a thread coming out upside, and you won't know until you have a hole in your lining. And never be afraid to use the finer details, like especially if you have to turn a corner. Right, step done, good. Right, so for this one, the red was on the inside. Red is on the inside. And don't feel you have to do a huge double back. You only need like, really, half feels like a good amount. You only need to make sure you go over going over where you've already stitched, you're good. Now, I'm saying that as a complete well, I wouldn't say complete amateur, but mostly self-taught. Label. Second time I've done that. So that's got to be about there. Just want to get on from here. There. Seam, as long as it lines up, which isn't hard to do. There we go. You're going to make one. Line it up as best as you can. Put the needle nice and close. Double stitch on either side. Again, don't be afraid to go manual. As long as it's technically straight, you're safe. You're safe. Because at the end of the day, there we go. Fixed. So 7's on the inside, remember to put the label on there. So those little steps. No, that way. There we go. Turn you around. See, I almost went in reverse there, which subconsciously would have been a good thing because I went. I subconsciously thought to myself, don't go that way. And it's like, oh no, I'm just going to go around the corner. And I realised as soon as I did that, it's like, no, you weren't supposed to go around that corner without putting labeling. It'll tell you when you're wrong. Right, label can go there so we don't forget here. Oh, this one is nuisance. Terrible, terrible nuisance. Right, I have to get you as close as possible to being lined up, which, wow. Again, it's a yeah, I don't know how bad this is going to be until I actually put the two layers together. It shouldn't be too bad. It shouldn't be too bad. Only time will tell. You're moving again. Stop moving. Should probably definitely be going slower than this, but it's all good. All good. Got it. I missed a seam in the last one. I'll get back to that in a second. There. Don't be afraid to go fast on the straight either. Like, most machines will guide you. So as long as you have a steady hand, very edge, because that can make things gather. And it's messy. But I suppose again, it's on the inside, so you're not going to see it. That one, that one, that one. Now with this blue material, one thing I was a bit unhappy with was when I was ironing it flat, because of iron. But it's still a pain in the ass, because it could still show up on the good side. We'll replace the foam that had worn away. Well worn away. Fraying edges. It's only an issue until you stitch. Where you are again, go back. There. One step too far. So if things start fraying too much, you might lose a thread and start looking bad. Especially, like, again, with that silver material. That wasn't so bad as far as the frays go, but if it did fray and I lost the thread, it just... Actually, that's how I got it so cheap. The section that it had on it had a flaw in it already, like one of the threads had... like it was for a major project of any kind. It was just for something fun. Yeah, so just keeping everything lined up. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. I haven't missed any. That's good. Don't miss your labels. Don't miss your labels. And this gold one again. This one frays really easy as well, and that can ruin the edges. But again, it's only an issue until you sew. But yeah, next time, if I do this, I definitely want to be using the tablet. Like, if this is anything to go by, like, it's going to be a terrible quality stream. Damn you, stretchy material. It's not too bad to realign. Not too bad. There we go. You keep lined up, thanks. Paying so much attention as to keep it straight, I forgot about the label again. Alright, unpick. Yeah, here's a gold thread. Doubt you'll be able to see that. There. Yeah. It's quite a large thread. Yeah, for putting the labels in. Now, this is not a good material to try and unpick either because it can stretch and ruin. So you've got to be very careful. There we go. And the other side, I've got it. Don't fall apart, just stay. Yeah, it's already come apart. That's not so bad. Snip that out. Not too far. There. Alright, so again, you line it up with the previous thread as close as possible, and use the needle as your guide. The material was moving as opposed to the whole piece, but I think I'm good. Should be good. Try to get these ends off. It's taking 10 minutes. Boop. Yeah, I'll finish all these up. That's the inside. This is, yeah. See, yeah, you. Yeah, but the silver ones I probably will just sell cheaper. Just to compensate for the fact they didn't cooperate and they don't look the best. And it's not like I'm really losing them. There we go, around the corner. Yeah, and again, this so I may even just say, like, sell them for 20. Got it. Yeah, it's not, really isn't the best material for this kind of thing. Really isn't. It's just that kind of weather. Sunny, yet a little bit cool. It's a very, very bright sun on the camera. Right, let's put this in place before I forget. And you get label. And you get. Here we go. And now I'm sure if someone else is making these, like an actual seamstress or something, fly through things like this. Just from having the practice and doing so. I barely sew the best of times. Well, no, that's a bad way to say it. I barely sew. Like, I'm learning. Got my initial skills from high school, because there was like mandatory home ec class. Cleaning is obvious, but how to cook, how to make and repair clothing, at least how to repair clothing. How to do taxes would be a perfect thing to teach in school, but no. Rush that bit. I almost didn't catch on the track, which would have had it just bunching up. Labels, like, if you can see those, yeah, they're just Schlee with my little frog logo. They don't really come up very well, do they? But well, on the camera, I mean, like, it's just transfer paper. Like, this is like the stuff I have to actually glue on. But yeah, you print it on there. So I actually wasted a page of it. Oh. Damn it! That was the inside layer. Should really learn to not distract myself. But yeah, the transfer stuff I already had. 20, yeah, pretty much $20. Though, admittedly, I did buy a cutting board for the wheel. And that was like another like 25. Made my money back. And yeah, anything after that is bonus. That's why it wasn't in the right direction. Go. Two to go. True to go. That hasn't quite lined up properly when the cutting stage. Again, it's a bit of a downside to lighter materials. They shift so easily, and well, lighter and stretchy materials. There we go. That's that, and then over here. Remember the frog. Remember the frog. Remember the frog. Frog. I remembered. I didn't cut off my threads last time. That's why. So generally, if you are planning on making things for a market, you want to be able to make as much as possible in the shortest amount of time. like this. Hey there. With small things like this, definitely do all at once kind of deal. There's a thread there. And there. Get yourself like a proper little production line going. Just a couple threads. Faster you will. Because you're doing one thing. Black was on the inside. Blue. Things around. If you like making clothes, for instance, like cut everything, get it laid out in sections. Well, this was exactly the same as this. Like, cut it all. Keep yourself organized. Do one thing at a time, but for all of it. It works so much easier. That went too far. Where'd you go, Eli? I know you're around here somewhere. The cat probably wandering around asking for food. He hasn't asked for food yet, surprisingly. There you are. You are in the kitchen. I am not surprised. Frog is in. Spin. Cool. Right. Got it. Right. I'm trying to lose, like, as I said, like, it doesn't matter if there are threads on the inside. You're not going to see them, but don't leave, like, huge threads. I can get in the way. Right, that is that done. Now, I could go ahead and finish these today. I really could. And then I'm going to want to keep going. I could just go ahead and finish them today. Yeah, I'm going to finish up for now. If I continue on, I'll just do it on my own. It won't take much to get through that if I do that. But otherwise, I'll be back with a... Yes, and please.